No. I still keep getting mentioned. Still, my name keeps getting brought up. I just can't help it. You guys are keeping me relevant. If you're watching this, you probably are, because you watch everything and you're pretty much obsessed with me. Can't blame you, but it is what it is.
What? Ashley, what have you done now?
Who, me? Nothing. I never did anything. Hello everybody, thank you for joining me. I am currently on the M42 heading north to Crewe. I've got a container on, so let's get cracking. Talking to my planner, it appears that I'm going to be on containers all this week, which has its good sides and its bad sides. Good thing, going to be getting lots of hours in this week because of waiting around on loading bays and down at the docks. Bad thing, I'm going to be waiting around in loading bays and down at the docks. So, swings and roundabouts really. Waiting around in loading bays isn't actually that bad, as long as you can get out and use the facilities, make yourself a drink, all of that sort of stuff, and the wait isn't too long. Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. After 3 hours, I am finally on my way down to the docks after doing that delivery. Yeah, 3 hours. It's a very long time sat there. Now I'm just hoping that when I get down to the docks, there's not a queue, and then I can use my remaining working time to get towards tomorrow's delivery. When you are waiting on a loading bay, there's not a great deal of options for things that you can do. You can scroll through Instagram, play games on your phone, or watch videos on YouTube or Netflix, or listen to a podcast. Nearly down at the docks, and I've just had to sit through a load of traffic towards the bottom of the M3. And the reason for the traffic is an accident on the other side of the road. That side of the road's flowing perfectly fine, but the side of the road where the accident isn't was a traffic jam, all because people were slowing down to have a look at the accident over the other side. And in that queue of traffic, there was 2 more accidents. Only little fender benders, but still 2 more accidents. Why do people feel the need to slow down and have a look on the other side of the road what's going on? They need to be paying attention to the side of the road that they're supposed to be driving on. It's just ridiculous. Something needs to be done to stop people from being able to look over to the other side of the road when there's an accident, because quite clearly it causes others. First delivery of the day has now been done in Wales. I've just tried calling the boss, not got an answer. She'll call me back. Need to find out whether I'm coming back to the yard to do a trailer swap, or whether I've got to go down to the yard and do a container swap over. Either way, I need to stop for a break on the way down, and I also need to stop for fuel as well. So I think it's going to be Lee Delamere for me, and I can also get myself some breakfast there as well. Boss called me back, and as I thought, I am on my way down to the docks, and that leads me on to the next thing that is annoying about being on containers, is having to deal with the docks. Southampton docks at the moment are having some roadworks done, which means there's delays all over the place, and because it's so busy down there anyway, ships are arriving late, which means the containers aren't coming off the ships at the times they're supposed to. They're not clearing customs when they're supposed to. And then, of course, because everything's delayed, there's lots more traffic getting in there trying to get containers out, and it just makes for a not nice experience. So because of all of that, yesterday the drivers that were on the dock runs weren't able to get containers out. As a result, that's why I've got to go down there today. One of the advantages to having a container over a curtain sider is when I park in a lay-by like I have tonight, it doesn't actually matter about the safety of what's inside, because if it's sealed, then they can't get in without breaking the seal, and we have extra strong container locks to use. But also they can't cut the curtains because obviously they can't cut through the metal. The only thing I have got to worry about is having my fuel stolen. Going into the docks for the first time can be quite nerve-wracking, mainly because you are surrounded by people that are going in and out of there, sometimes all day, every day. That is the only work that they do. They don't do curtain-sider work or flatbed work, it's just dock work. And because they're rushing around and they know exactly where they're going and what they're doing, you just feel a little bit of pressure. I remember the first time I went in, and you've got all these people watching you reversing into a bay, and you're wondering whether you're pressing the right buttons and all of those sorts of things when you get to the booking in stations. You've just got to remember that those people were once like you and were new to it, and you just need to ask them and they will actually help. Most of the guys down the docks are actually pretty good, and if you do need some help with something, they will help you. It's a bit of a queue down at the docks today, unlike there was yesterday, and it's partly because of the amount of empty containers that seem to be going into the docks now rather than into off-site storage yards. So people are taking them in now that the docks seem to be working a little bit better, but it's all issues that will resolve themselves over the next few weeks, I'm sure. It didn't take too long to have the container put on, and now I'm making my way back up to the yard, and then I can work out what I need to do regarding break time, whether I can make it back down. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it back to the docks before needing another break, so I'll get that done, and then another dock run, and then if I can get another one done this afternoon, so 2 more today, that's what I'll aim to do. So I'm back down the docks again, and there's a queue. It's rush hour down here. It's just after 9 o'clock. I had a 9 till 10 booking slot this morning, and yeah, it's not the best time to get down here really, but it's what time it worked out by the time I'd had my 11 hours off last night, and then the 3-hour drive from where I was to the docks. It's just how it worked out. The other worst time to get down to the docks is between 3 and 4. Because that's all the day drivers getting back from their job, getting containers on for the next day. So yeah, it's just busy times, but it is what it is. Something else that happened on the way in is I was searched. So they can pull you over when you come into the docks to be searched, and they're to make sure that you've got nothing in the cab that you shouldn't have. You're not allowed to have passengers in the cab unless you've got written notice. So they check for that. They check that you've done your relevant training, the online certificate training that you need to do to be able to come into the dock, so you know what you're doing and where you're supposed to be going. They also are checking for things outside the cab as well, so someone that might have stored drugs somewhere, something like that. So they are there doing their job. It does add a little bit to your day. Not too long, maybe 10 minutes is what is taken, but it is what it is. Down at the docks again this morning, and this morning they are very, very broken. I'll insert a clip and hopefully you can see it as I've been past. Now, not sure exactly why it's like that, because it didn't actually take that long to have the container taken off. I only just managed to really get into the bay before they were there to take the container off, which is handy. It's just obviously the amount of containers that are needed to move about at the moment and the sheer volume of traffic. So we've gone back to 2 to 3 hour turnaround times once you get down to the docks to have containers swapped over. Because I had just an empty container to come off, I was able to jump the queue, which was handy. Now I'm on my way round to an off-site storage place to get a loaded container to take back to the yard, and then I've got to come back down here. Now I'm hoping I've not got to come back into the docks, because otherwise I could be down here for the afternoon. Today has been a bit of a strange day because I've got 2 deliveries to do tomorrow in Wales. I can't actually get that done in one day, so I've had to travel up tonight. But because tonight's the night I normally go home to look after the kids while my wife is at work, I've had to wait till she's come in from work to go back to work this evening. So I finished this afternoon at 3 o'clock. Did the school run, it's got to 7 o'clock this evening, the wife's in work and I've started work again. So I'm going to be doing a nice 15-hour day today, but with a 4-hour break in between. On my way back from Wales from the first delivery today, and I need to make this trailer swap over as quick as possible. I need to get a break in as well, and I need to get back over to Wales as soon as possible. Main reason for that is I found out last night that the traffic was really bad because there's a concert going on in Cardiff, and of course everybody's trying to get in for that. So I'm anticipating traffic getting into Wales this afternoon, and hopefully it's not too bad getting back out this afternoon. Otherwise, starting last night was going to be absolutely pointless. Last delivery of the week has now been done. I'm glad I didn't have a later booking slot in Wales, because looking at the traffic trying to get in here tonight, yeah, it would have been an absolute nightmare. So not only have we got Friday rush hour traffic, we've also got half-term traffic and Ed Sheeran concert traffic as well. So yeah, as you can imagine, it's a little bit busy. Once I get back to the yard, I've just got to drop this trailer and park up for the weekend. Well, in fact, for the whole week, because next week I'm on holiday. Going off to sunny Pembrokeshire, or at least I hope it's sunny. Going to be doing some surfing, some bodyboarding, some paddle boarding and walking. Lots of ings really. Yeah, so the quicker that happens, the better. That is me nearly back at the yard and done for another week. I say I am off on holiday next week, so there won't be a vlog next week, but there will be one the week after. We will be back to normal. So all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all of those good things, and catch you in the next one.